Hi students, welcome to SEKHAR's history classes. In this video, we will analyze why did the British finally quit India? And this is very important question in terms of GS as well as optional also. Here, introduction you can write by saying that nearly controlling for more than 2 centuries, British finally had to quit India. There are different views for this. However, a real view is there in multiple factors. Here first we will analyze imperialist view, second one is the radical view. The imperialist view, the Britishers say that why did they finally quit India means they try to maintain this theory that they fulfilled the promise they have made to Indians. If we see since the rise of nationalism, we Indians were keep on asking for concessions and Britishers were giving the concessions and finally they gave independence also. This is their point of view. Then if someone asks then why did partition took place? If it is the fulfillment of the promise, why didn't they do peacefully? For that they will try to explain that it was an unfortunate one and that both communities Hindus and Muslims failed the people and they fought against each other. That is why partition took place. This was the imperialist view. However, reality is far from this view. Second one is radical view. This was mainly put forward by communists. They said that we gained independence because of mass action, especially after 1942 and 1946 and 1947. There were huge demonstrations against British Raj and violence also took place in this time period. Because of this, real masses agitated against the British Empire and finally the independence from the British Empire was taken by the Indians through mass action. This was the another view, but this is also little bit exaggerated. The real view is it has two factors. One we can say internal factors, second one is external factors. Internally, if we see the national freedom struggle, it is on this principle: struggle, truce, struggle. Since the non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement and quit India movement, here this kind of principle is visible in the freedom struggle. So it is the nationalist leaders tried to generate awareness in the masses and at some point of time they gathered the masses and they protested against the evils of British Raj. And every mass movement has certain limitations. After some time they gradually win out and finally truce happen. That means peace exists between two struggles and once again leadership try to generate awareness in the masses and again pull the people for another mass action. So this kind of strategy is visible in our freedom struggle. One of the major reason for this kind of struggle is the rise of nationalism. After the second part of 19th century, the rise of nationalism gradually strengthened in India and many of the groups within India understood the evil effects of the British and participated in the mass action. And finally, the participation of masses in the movements like civil disobedience movement and quit India movement, and in the end when Royal Indian Naval mutiny took place, people outside also participated against the British Raj. And there is a quotation related to American War of Independence. The quotation says, the American Revolution was a natural and even expected event in the history of colonial people who had come of age. This particular quotation is relevant even for India as well. Here if you replace American Revolution with Indians, the Indians had come of age. Now they knew their rights and the exploitation, the evil effects of the British Raj, and all these things made people aware that now Indians cannot grow unless British quit India. That is why finally mass action and people participated in the mass movement and that's why British had to think about quitting India. This is internal. However, British had certain problems even at external level also. And if we see, British quit India in 1947. Before that, in 1945, Second World War concluded. It started in 1939. Since 1939 till 1945, for 6 years, there was Second World War in the world. And during this Second World War, the Britain resources were drained completely. Economically, it became very weak. Now it had to depend on American forces and USSR forces. This is one of the major reasons after Second World War, British economically could not handle the pressure of colonies. And also USA and USSR ideologically they supported the freedom for colonies because they fought against Hitler in the name of self-determination. Self-determination means they are against the imperialism. So after Second World War, both USA and USSR both supported the causes of colonies, self-determination of the colonies, and this put pressure on the European powers like Britain and France to leave their colonies and give independence to the colonies. Europe lost hegemony in the world affairs after Second World War, and this brought immense economic miseries, and ship was sinking and it was sinking fast. Because of these external factors also, British could not maintain the pressure of Indian movements. Here already in the internally in India also there is awareness in the masses. The rise of nationalism created mass movements, and this is one internal factor British were already facing. Externally also they could not handle the global affairs because of weak economic position and also rise of superpowers in the form of USA and USSR. When these two were supporting freedom for colonies, British had no choice but they had to quit India finally. Finally in 1947 they quit India. This is about why did British finally quit India. Thank you.